9 News Plus weather sponsored by Carrier Colorado. The future of home comfort is here.
Hey, happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. I'm 9 News meteorologist Chris Bianchi with a look at your Colorado weather forecast, which today a little bit cooler than yesterday, but for the most part, basically rinse, lather, repeat with a few showers and storms possible for us in eastern Colorado for this afternoon. But most of us, another dry, warm day ahead, though you'll notice some more afternoon cloud cover today compared to yesterday. So, live look at Lookout Mountain right now. Lots of sunshine overhead, and it's another mild one ahead for us. Another kind of dog day of summer for us here along the Front Range. Temperatures well on their way to 90 plus again for us along the Front Range. So, another hot one ahead. Few gusty showers and storms possible for us for this afternoon. That chance will be highest along the Palmer Divide in eastern Colorado, but most of us, again, will stay dry. And the highest chance with anything we see this afternoon would be some brief gusty winds. And I'll, again, show you that in more detail in just a second. And then this weekend, that's when we're looking at the potential for some more widespread storms, and specifically on Saturday. That's the day that looks like it could be the perhaps stormiest for us. AC Doppler radar, it is quiet right now for us here across the state, and that forecast, one or two gusty showers for us this afternoon. What I mean by that is that the surface is going to be too dry for a lot of this moisture to reach the ground. So what you'll probably feel, you'll see some clouds that look kind of ominous this afternoon, and then you'll see maybe some gusty winds come from that, maybe a few raindrops in the windshield, that sort of thing. That's what we're looking at this afternoon, but the sky is probably going to end up looking a lot more menacing than reality. It's just going to, again, look like it's going to storm, but it's, in reality, just going to be, again, maybe a few raindrops and a brief burst of some gustier winds. And then by tomorrow morning, things clear on out again, and then we should look at something kind of similar tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures right now, that's the kind of big story. Already 95 for us in Pueblo, 85 for us in Denver, well on our way to our fourth day at 90 or above so far this year. And one of the things that's kind of helping out with these warmer temperatures today is our dew points are a little bit on the lower side. Dew point, it's a measure of the amount of moisture in the atmosphere. The higher this number is, the more moisture you have to work with. And we're talking about, for us here in eastern Colorado, anything 50 or above, that's some pretty decent humidity, and probably you can feel it. 60 or above, that's when we're really, really humid for Colorado standards. And as the eastern plains, that amount of moisture that's in the air, that is limiting the amount of heating that can take place. And for us here in Denver, those dew points are notably lower than they were this time yesterday. And that's why we're able to more efficiently warm things on up. So for today, temperatures into the low 90s, another toasty one ahead for us, mostly sunny skies. We will again have a few afternoon clouds and the possibility for one or two of those kind of gustier showers possible for us along the Front Range, but especially for the Palmer Divide. Denver area, again, most of us stay dry. I'm just letting you know, you'll notice some more cloud cover this afternoon. Highs today in the 90s eastern plains. A few spots touch the triple digits, and some 70s and 80s into the high country. And for today, expecting our fourth day at 90 or above so far this year. So it's been certainly a cool start to our summer, but we're starting to make some headway on those 90-degree days finally after that prolonged stretch of cooler weather. For tonight, pleasant evening ahead. Temperatures drop back into the low 60s, and for tomorrow, low 90s once again for us, maybe a tick warmer tomorrow compared to today, and similar with that chance for some gusty showers are in the afternoon. But for the eastern plains, that's where you could see some stronger storms tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow evening. From Fort Morgan, Lyman on east, that's where you could get one or two storms that turn severe, but not expecting any severe weather for the Front Range and anything close to the metro area. So for tomorrow afternoon, we again get that chance for a few of those afternoon dark clouds, gusty winds for us along the Front Range, but it's the eastern plains where we could see some stronger storms, one or two of those from Fort Morgan, Lyman on east, and gusty winds and damaging hail will be our main concerns. Now, this warm weather, it will briefly go away for a bit because our ridge of high pressure, that ridge, that H, that is responsible for all this warm, dry weather that we've had this week, that will drift off to the west over Southern California and Southern Nevada, and that'll open the door for a few showers and storms and some cooler weather to push on in from the north and from the west. So again, for now, it's on the warm and dry side, but then notice we look at your Friday and your Saturday, we get some cooler temperatures, highs dropping back into the low to mid 80s, and I know there is a certain concert going on those 2 days. I will have more on that in just a second, but then that ridge builds back up early next week, and that should get those temperatures back into the 90s. But I mentioned that concert, right? Friday night. Taylor Swift fans, if you're hoping for some, I don't know, if you're hoping for some dry weather, I think Friday at this point looks like the drier of the 2 days. But Saturday, I'm starting to see some signs that Saturday could be fairly stormy for us here in eastern Colorado, and that Saturday night may have to deal with some showers and some thunderstorms. So if you're planning ahead for that Taylor Swift concert, Saturday I would definitely plan on bringing the poncho. Friday we're probably dry, probably want to bring that just in case, so leaving a 20% chance for a storm on Friday, but Saturday in particular looks like it could be a bit stormy, and yes, that includes maybe the chance for a little bit of midnight rain for us on your Saturday night. So keep an eye on that for sure, as again, looks like at this point, I would say Friday trending drier than Saturday, then Sunday. Of course, those temperatures spike back up again under more sunshine. So starting to feel a bit more summer-like after a very cool start to our summer season. We're starting to feel those warmer temperatures, and again, only a brief blip on the radar for Friday and Saturday. And overall, by the way, here, folks, long-term trends, it looks like it's going to stay, generally speaking, pretty mild and pretty dry for the rest of the month and to the early part of August as well. So if you like summer-like weather, you're probably liking this forecast overall over the next few days. Again, that brief blip coming up on your Friday and your Saturday. I'll have another update for you coming up at 9 News at noon and at 2 p.m. right here on 9 News Plus. And then we'll have Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin in at 4 and 5, and Meteorologist Danielle Grants in at 6, 9, and 10 on the 9 News family of networks. Again, I'm 9 News Meteorologist Chris Bianchi. Thanks for joining us here on 9 News Plus. Have a great rest of your Wednesday.